Waiting.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in our webinar, Regulate to Perform. I'm so happy you are here. Very glad that you found time for yourself, for your nervous system, and for your team, for your organization. Now, today it's not going to be about information, it's about transformation. You are going to experience breath work, you are going to understand how and why to regulate your nervous system and how to reach and be at your peak performance at any moment, at any time, even on bad days. Now, let's just deep dive, and we deep dive with breath work. So we start with 3 deep breaths. We inhale through our nose, we retain, and we exhale through our mouth. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We do it all together. So get ready. 1, 2, 3. We start. Inhale. Deep. You hold your breath. And exhale. And make some sound. Inhale. You can also close your eyes. You hold your breath. Hold. And exhale. And now the last one, fully in. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Yeah, how do you feel? So we have the chat open during the session. So please drop a word right now. How do you feel? Where are you at this moment after catching the 3 breaths? And where are you? Yeah, you just probably came from another meeting. So how do you feel? Well, I already feel good. I feel more relaxed. So this is amazing. It's the way to stay sharp, to stay focused and grounded, and yet very high on your energy. So you are at your peak performance at any moment. Now, I'm really happy you are joining us and happy to be here. So my name is Katerina, and I spent almost 2 decades in the European Commission, working in policy making, so with politicians, especially in climate. I also work with financial instruments, so with bankers, and the whole negotiations with governments and stakeholders was always super busy. Like everything had to be done yesterday, and days were not even ending very often. So I imagine that you might be in the same situation. I also see some colleagues from the European Commission and European institutions joining, and corporates. So I can imagine that you are experiencing this level of stress that is actually the business as normal. It's the normal way. And not only that we experience stress at work, then we have to change the head and we go home to our private life where we take on another shift with our family, with our partners, with our children, and how to stay regulated, joyful in our nature, just be who we are at the best way, to be the best version of ourselves. And the why, this is what you are going to experience, not only understand and learn, but experience today. So I want you to close your eyes actually and think about yourself and the company you work in, and think about the people. How many of you, your team, how many people do you see that are really fully present, that are there at their best version, giving it all, creative, motivated, fully on with emotional intelligence, with clear thinking, just really there, really there. And I'm not talking about being there physically. I'm not talking that you are sitting in a meeting, probably having some thoughts in your head and preparing your point or your defensive. I'm saying like really present there. So if you want to drop it in the chat, it would be amazing. So we see like what's happening in your company, what's going on for you right now. Are you surrounded by people that are just there in full presence? Because if so, then it's wonderful. Then you are really an amazing company, being successful, joyful, and fully pumped by energy. And if not, that's why probably you are here, and we are going to experience how to get you and your team to these peak experiences, to these peak performances. Now, as I was saying, with maybe some data, because it's pure neuroscience and biology. So if you do not see people fully present and fully on, it's not because they are not motivated. It's not because they are lacking some skills or talents. You are probably working with brilliant people. I'm sure that you're surrounded by brilliant people in your company. But if we are working on stress, and this becomes like a chronic stress in our system, which is the business as usual, business as normal today, we cut off the prefrontal cortex. So when our prefrontal cortex is offline, and it's pure science biology, so it's not about people, it's not that they don't want to deliver more, it's really pure data. Your prefrontal cortex is offline, and that cuts you off of the three elements, the three ingredients that you need for peak performance, for thriving fully. So what are these three ingredients? The three things that you really need to be fully in and on in your life. So number one is clear thinking. So when this is off, that means that the nervous system is triggered, you are on stress, you are running on adrenaline and cortisol and not working for you. So actually on cortisol, long-term stress hormone, that means that you go into more survival mode. You are fogged here with judgments, prejudices, assumptions, expectations, a lot drum in your head. So a lot is going on in your head and there is no clear thinking. Number two, creativity. You are cutting off yourself, just pure biology, from creativity. Because when I am triggered, when I am stressed, I cannot access creativity. What is there is a survival mode. So I'm getting into meetings where I'm actually preparing my point, where I'm already observing others, but I'm not really listening because I'm just making sure that my point gets across. I'm prepared for defensive. So I'm already like armored in my body and in my thought. I'm already foreseeing what the other one is saying. I already prepared a speech for my other colleagues or other leaders or clients. So I'm really not there. So I cannot access the creativity, the beauty, the juiciness when you are fully in with clear head, listening to your colleagues, listening to your team, listening to your clients, being fully present. And this is felt. And then from that space, I create because you are already brilliant. You already have everything in your head. You already have all the data. You just need to access it from clear head and with creativity. And what is the third one? Emotional intelligence. It's your EQ. You all have brilliant high IQ, I'm sure. Otherwise, you are not here. It's not just about IQ. It's how to combine your IQ with your EQ and your IQ with clear thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence. So you are sitting there as a leader. You are HR director with clear head, with creativity access, and with emotional intelligence. So you read the room. You read your team. You actually, you practice the beauty of compassion. You practice your strengths. You practice your inner wisdom. You practice your leadership skills. you practice what you know the best as a human, you really are becoming the best version of yourself. And this is possible. This is there available for you at any moment. What we just need to do is to regulate our nervous system. Yeah, and maybe I hand over to Yasser.
Yeah,
Hi,
thank you.
so happy you are here with me, that we do this together.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And when you're talking like this, and I recognize myself in maybe 10, 15 years ago, to being really in my head, being much, yeah, not grounded in that way. And this is something that breathwork helped me. So I'm really happy to be here with you. I am Yasser. I am a co-founder of the Breathwork Club, and together we are running the Breathwork Club, and it's a journey. And what I want to experience here together with you all is some breathwork. So we do twice of breathwork, and we're going to do that now. But breathwork is not the only thing that we do. We do more embodied practices. So we are moving our body. We are getting into our body. We see, or I see with myself maybe 10, 15 years ago, I was a lot in my head that you're also describing. So there was a lot of noise. There's always something going on. And I run a marketing agency with 30 people. So I co-founded that before. And it was amazing. But the tools that I have now could have helped me at that moment to be more creative, be more focused, and be more present with the people even though I thought I was really, really present at that moment. So all these tools are there to give us even more presence. And it's beautiful to walk into boardrooms. It's beautiful to walk in teams, to see what is possible for them. So we're going to let you experience just some breath. Yes.
Maybe before we go to the breath work, I actually have the question on pain. You
Mhm.
know, now that you were saying like how it was in your company, and of course building up a company and running the company of 30 people in marketing agency. So I imagine it's very, very busy. So what was the cost of actually not having regulated nervous system? What was the cost of stress?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So the cost for stress is
Yeah.
Yeah, the cost for stress is actually very, very simple. It is not being fully there. So exactly what you're explaining, it's happening. So you're talking, actually, I'm already doing something else because I want to respond and I have 100 other things to do. And we think we can multitask, but it's actually not true. So that takes me every time with me. So my cortisol, like to be like biological, my cortisol was always high, and I took that to my home, to my kids, to my soccer, everywhere where I went, I took it with me, and there was no place to let that go, or I
Mhm.
didn't create it, and it felt actually very nice. It felt actually very nice because it feels like this rush of energy that I was in. But if I look back, I could be more calm, more relaxed, and what it could have been bring to my people, so the people that work for me, is more relaxedness, and in that relaxedness, they would be more creative.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and it's also, so what we teach actually in the Breathwork Club is breath work, but also embodied practice and where to focus on. Where is my mind focusing on? It's like this camera on a party. Where is my focus on? And this is something that we teach. So going into breath work, I would like to, everybody is maybe sitting somewhere, so that's nice. Um, you can do this anywhere. So you can do this anywhere where you are. You can do this at the office, and it's not weird because we're going to not making that much sound. We're going to do a breath work in two steps. So we're going to do now with breathing in through the mouth, into the belly, into the chest, and then let go. And it's going to be without a pause, and we're going to do it like a minute or two, and then we're going to take one big breath in, hold it for 15 seconds, and then release. And then we do a retention of half a minute, 45 seconds. Yeah, a bit about that. And you think maybe I can't do that? You can. Sometimes you feel some tingling in your body. sometimes around your fingers, around your mouth. It can be around your heart. It's all okay. It's going to disappear. And what it actually is stress releasing your body. So
Mhm.
stress is going out. Focus not on the breathing at this moment, but where are you at this moment? So feel your body. Sometimes it's like in your mind, and let's be in the body. So the breath is simple. We're going to teach you in your belly, in your chest, in belly, and you get more smooth every time. Yeah, belly, chest, out. Belly, chest, out. Really good. Do it on your own tempo. You can even have even your hands on your belly, maybe if that's possible, or one hand just to feel your belly expand every time into your belly, into your chest, and then let go. Into your belly, into your chest, let go. And you can do the pace, whatever pace feels good. Perfect. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. And if possible, you can also close your eyes so you can get even more in. When we close our eyes, there's less energy going out and there's more energy coming in. So you can concentrate on your breath. So into your chest and belly, chest, let go. Belly, chest, let go. Yeah. We're halfway the first minute. So you're doing very, very well. Yeah, perfect. Belly, chest, out. Belly, chest, out. Good. We're almost there. Perfect. If you're possible, close your eyes. Have your hand on your belly. It helps you. Perfect. Maybe 30 seconds to go. Good. Remember, belly, chest, out. Yeah, and the inhale is like work because it's breath work, and the exhale is a relaxed outgo. Perfect. Amazing. Five more breaths. Okay, the last one, deep inhale and hold. Hold at the top for 10 seconds. Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one. Exhale fully and we do a retention of 30 seconds just to feel, even if you're now with your eyes open, you can go inside. Maybe you feel a tingling. Maybe you feel nothing. It's also okay. And you're halfway already. Your body is capable of doing amazing things. We just have 5 seconds left. And then we take a deep inhale in three, two, one. Inhale and exhale. We do one more round, and this round is going to be a bit quicker. So we're going to let go of the belly chest. We're going to do just one size, like, yeah, like in through your whole front and then let go. So in, yeah, you make yourself every time big when you inhale and exhale goes from automatically. Perfect. That's very, very good. Come on. One inhale without the pause. Get the pause out of your inhale. Yes, perfect. Keep on the breath. Keep on breathing into your belly, in your chest, in one rhythm. And let go. You can even go faster if you are ready for it. You can go a little bit faster. Yeah, that's beautiful. Keep on breathing like this. If possible, close your eyes. Perfect. Yes, keep on breathing. We have 20 seconds left to breathe in. We're going to do the same at the end. We're going to take a deep breath in, hold it, exhale, and then also go to retention in maybe 10 seconds or something like that. So give it all for yourself. Good, 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 good. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Hold your breath for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. And we do a little retention of half a minute also, maybe 45 seconds. Let's see how it feels. You can close your eyes if possible. And if it's possible to close your eyes, you can also tune into your heart. Do you feel your heart beating? Maybe you hear sounds around you or your sounds inside your body. We're halfway. This moment of pause in your life, wherever you are in life. Yeah, and we're going to take a breath in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale. You can make a sound if possible or sigh out. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very slow practice actually that in maybe 4 or 5 minutes that we did this. And if you have any questions or any remarks or how you feel at this moment, drop it in the Q&A. We're happy to listen to you. And this almost meditation of 4 or 5 minutes brings a different piece of aliveness in us. That's why people also love to shower in a way because it gets them out of their own system. And without when they're out of their system, the creativity comes up. They pop up with ideas, and it's very beautiful to witness that in a group of people. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can feel a little bit dizzy. And this is actually so there's a question that you can be a bit dizzy. Um, what actually happens is that you get lots of oxygen in your body. And normally when you are breathing like this, you are sporting, so your oxygen needs to go. So what happens is actually your oxygen level goes up. This dizziness will go and just go back to your normal nose breathing, and you will feel that you're more alive, more energy, more like how you described it, like fiery and juicy. So please let me know at the end also how you feel about this dizziness, and we're here to support you. Yeah. Any other questions are open. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
How,
feel? How do you feel?
how do I feel? I feel good. I feel very grounded. and very present. I did have a bit of dizziness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also standing, so it's even more powerful. Yeah, so thank you, Yasser. And now I'm totally ready to go on, to continue.
Mm-hmm.
This is the magic and the breath work you can do in between meetings. So now
Yeah.
experience it. Now you experience it in your body. So you experience the magic and the biology, actually, the science. And we have just like to remember three things, because everything goes through our nervous system. Every conversation, every word, every thought, everything that is actually out production goes, even in production thought, through our nervous system. And either it's regulated or deregulated. There is actually no more to say, because either your thoughts, your conversations, your presence goes out
Mm-hmm.
the regulated nervous system, or you're running on chronic stress. And yeah, I already named all the discomfort that it actually brings, and not the best qualities that it brings out of ourselves. So that's number one. Everything goes through your nervous system. There's just no other way. So this is the gate. This is what you need to work on. This is actually the key point. Now, number two, stress is not the problem. So I'm really done with these conversations. Of course, it's about workload. Of course, it's about everything. But it's not about pointing finger at a person, at a conversation, at a situation, at a company, clients, AI, 2026. Every time I point a finger at something or at someone, I'm pointing three fingers to me. So stress is part of our life. It's up to you how much stress you allow in your life. It's actually up to you. And this is the empowerment that we teach people. You are in your power to release stress. So you navigate through any situation, because this is life. We are having job, we are living in Western Europe, we have families, we have teenage kids, we have small kids. Like, there are different phases in our life. We go through menopause, we go through divorces, we go through difficult situations, we go through losing our jobs, we go through death. Like, this is life. This is life. This is this earth. This is stress. And yeah, it's up to you if this is actually stress to you and it really takes you out of your center, or if you choose yourself, you choose to be in your power, you choose to be the best version of yourself, you choose to be conscious and aware, and you choose self-love and self-care. So you regulate your nervous system, and through that you actually learn the techniques how to release stress. So it's about releasing stress. Stress is not the problem, but the problem is when we don't know how to deal with it, when we don't know how to manage it, when we don't know how to release it. And it's not, I'm not talking about management in way like I said, press it, I do that, it's not happening, and I put a mask on me. I'm talking about a real body release. Release from your nervous system. And as Yasser was saying, we work with the breath work and we work with the body movement and also with the mental focus, because obviously we are all of this. So release the stress. And what is the number three? It's really good news. It's amazing because it's trainable. So you can train to regulate your nervous system. You can train yourself to release stress. It's in your power. It's your decision here and now. So it's a trainable skill. It's wonderful. We are born as a baby. We breathe in a connected breath work. That's why we are so peaceful and so regulated, especially when the baby sleep. And somehow along the path of life, we lose that connection with our body, with our breath. So what we show and what we teach is how to go back to your nervous system, how to go back to your core, to your body, and through different techniques, you can actually access, yeah, any kind of energy. Do you want to be sharp? Do you want to be high energy? Do you want to be calm? Because right now you need more reflection. So there are different breathwork techniques. And maybe to share some practical examples, like how does it work in a company? Because one
Yeah.
a webinar, another thing is when we go into a company. Maybe Esther, do you want to share?
Yeah, and also to come a little bit back to your points, these 3 points are important because the nervous system is actually the only system that we can adjust with the breath.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a gas, like in a car that you can go, do the throttle in and you go faster. That you can do with your breath, but you can also slow down. So you can go faster with your nervous system when it's needed, but also slow down. Once you get this motion in, it goes back to your third point, trainable. This is trainable. This is exactly what we just did. We gave you a tool that you can use, and you can use that tool to go faster, to get more oxygen in, and maybe you feel more dizzy or more tingling in your hand. But you can also go slowly and go out. So that's good to know. It's a trainable skill, and this nervous system is something that's the only system in our body that we have capacity to do something. Are we going to our parasympathetic or are we going to our sympathetic nervous system? So these are the few things. And I also wanted to stress the second one. What came up actually is anxiety. Many people feel anxiety, but anxiety and excitement are not that different. When I feel excitement, my heart is going up. I feel my breath is, and it's actually pointing out like excitement for me. So I name it like anxiety. So my mental focus is excitement, but it can also be like my mental focus can be the same. My heartbeat goes up. I feel warm. My breath is going quicker, and I label it anxiety. Then I will feel anxiety. The same energy, the same emotion. You can label it differently, and it's a practice. It's a practice, and that practice we do with many companies, and there is some beauty in that because when we are coming into companies, yeah, in teams. So we do teams of 30 people, and mostly half is like, okay, we're into this. We're not knowing what we're going to do, but this sounds new. This sounds new. And you have maybe 20% of the people that say, I'm really, really looking forward. I read something about this. This is going to be very nice. This is going to be the event. And we have 20%, 25% that people are going to, okay, tell me what you're going to do because I breathe all day. So what are you going to do with me? Yeah. And it's beautiful because these groups are also in our society, are in our companies, are in our families. So it doesn't really matter. So what we did with one of the companies to go into more detail is go into these layers. Is to say, okay, we give you more mental focus. So why are you doing this? So we are exercising like the reasons why are you like a project manager, and then try to get out of the mind but more into the body. So we are doing exercise like the 7 whys. If you go with people with the 7 whys, you go deeper every time that you're getting an answer, and that's beautiful. We use breath like we did now to calm their system. So we have exercises that we teach them for 1 minute, 2 minutes, that they can do on their desk. But sometimes it feels a bit weird that they do it on the desk. So we also say, go to the toilet, go wherever you want to go to release a bit of this stress. And then we also do the longer session. Actually, what we experience now, but then longer or different. And it's always tailor-made. Yeah. But we get lots of questions also. So one question that maybe you can answer that one because it feels like very spiritual. But is it like spiritual?
Spiritual. Well, it's pure science and biology. So it's actually, as you were explaining about the oxygen that is pumped into our body, and that's why it works on our nervous system. And maybe to reinforce that the breath work is just, for me, the only way. I'm also a yoga teacher. I did many, many practices. I love to do workout. I love to go for a run. I love nature. I've worked many, many years in climate, but even, from this hectic, stressful job, if I go to nature, I really need to, today, I need to breathe and go on a technique so I get out of my head and I'm really there with nature. Otherwise, I went for a walk. It's nice. I kind of moved my body, but I didn't get really out of my head. Yeah, and the same with running. So I'm a little bit, okay, answering the question, is it spiritual? For me, it's pure science. It's pure science, and it does have like a nice side effect of, is it spirituality? Yeah, that you go inwards,
Mhm.
go into more reflection, that you actually learn how to navigate yourself, and that's a big power. So in that sense, it's a spiritual practice for me because I access my power, the power of presence. And now actually through breath work and other techniques and of course other trainings, it's not just breath work, it's also, once we are open with the prefrontal cortex, we can allow much more to enter our head, and our IQ is actually getting higher, and we use our brain on, like sharper and better. Yeah. So when we, I
Yeah.
don't know, you go inwards. You go inwards. It's really, it's an inner work also.
Yeah. So in a way it's totally not spiritual, but you can make everything spiritual. Even brushing your teeth can be spiritual because spirituality is nothing more than having a ritual. So if you make a ritual of brushing your teeth, it is going to be spiritual. But because what we do is actually very biological and science driven, I also want there's more and more research around it. So we are very happy, like with people like Wim Hof. He's doing lots of research around breath work. And one of the things that we can really measure is HRV. It's our heart rate variability, and is an indication how much stress there is. So we can do that uh, before our session starts and after. There's so many possibilities in that to get it more into science. Yeah. Yeah, we got a remark from Suraj. Breathing is science. It's not under control, so it's spirituality and rituals. Yeah, in a way, in a way. Yeah, that's actually what we're saying, huh? Yeah,
I
beautiful. Thank you.
can I think it's accessing the power of now. Maybe it's also coming with age, maybe, but I have books from Tolle and other spiritual leaders, maybe already 10, 15 years in my library, on my desk. And I was reading them, but I was not really understanding the way I can understand today. And I feel the breath work also is an important, very important element on this path. Because actually through breath work, I can always access my self-confidence, my presence, my safety, and I get out of my head, and I am finally understanding that I don't need to pay attention to the voices. I don't need to be dragged by my fears. They are actually illusion. I'm understanding much better this. So it is, to me, it's just the infrastructure, whatever structure your life is, whatever your belief is, it's helping you to access more wisdom within you.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
beautiful. Thank you. So let's go a little bit into one more round of breathing. We're going to do a little bit different breathing. And before we breathe, I actually invite you to, I hope you can stand. So we're going to move the body because we are now already, I think, what is it? 40 minutes in sitting mode. So let's stand up. I will move the camera up. And we're going to do our right foot in front. This is something we can also do in any meeting. And we're trying to get the body again alive after sitting a while. We do the right foot in front like you're going to run, but you're not going to run. You're going just to move your hands like this. Yes, like this. Perfect. Yeah, we do it for 30 seconds. It can be even hard. And you already feel maybe your body, and then we stop, you stop, you stop, you stop, and then we do the left foot in front. I'm going to move. So it's also good to move your body because otherwise you're sitting, and sitting is actually not that well for your body because you got, yeah, okay, and you stop. Maybe your both feet next to each other, ground yourself, and I'm going to stretch ourselves up. Ah. Down, up, and you go down. Shoulders, perfect. How do you feel, guys? How are you? Where are you?
I feel great.
You feel great, good. We're going to do a breath work. I'm going to use our hands. We're going to have our palms open, up and down to our, it's going to be a closed fist. We're going to breathe here and yeah, like that. Perfect. Yes. We're going to do it not that long. We're going to do it faster. Inhale, deep inhale, hold, and exhale. You do it twice more. Inhale, and exhale. Last time. Good. Almost there. Inhale, close your eyes. If possible, close your eyes and exhale. You can keep your eyes closed. And maybe you can just tune in of three things that you're grateful for, just for yourself. What happened yesterday, or this morning, or a week ago, or a year ago? Just three names, three things that pop up. It can be the sunshine, it can be your daughter, it can be your son, it can be your partner, it can be your mother, your father, whatever pops up. Three things that you're grateful for. Also, notice how your body is and feel it in your body, how it feels. These are moments that are there. Yeah. And just the last one is, what are you excited for the coming hour, the coming day? Just the day. What is something that you're like, wow, that's really exciting? Yeah, and whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Yeah, you can also drop any questions, anything that comes up or anything that you want to share with us. in the Q&A. Yeah, this is a very also again a very nice exercise to do every morning. Where am I grateful for? What is it that? It is this mental focus where we're talking about. It's very important. Where am I focused up? Where does my energy go? And
Mhm.
your energy is very, very um, precious.
Precious.
Yeah,
Indeed.
very precious.
Yeah, so now you experienced it. You feel it in your body. So the question is, are you going to share it with your team? Are you going to bring it into your company? Are you going to be the change maker, the one that brings the solution, the joy and passion and motivation and presence back to your company? Yeah, I love when you are talking, Yasser, about the breath work, so the techniques of the breath work, like how powerful they are. And every time I experience it, and every time I also like we do many techniques, it's always so powerful in getting me into the present moment, into understanding what matters, into really opening my prefrontal cortex. So I'm accessing the clear thinking, I'm accessing creativity. I'm not getting stuck on a nose or projects didn't work out or I don't know this and that. Clear thinking, creativity. And I also loved how you brought in the gratitude and excitement because it leads me to emotional intelligence. This is our, yeah, yet another gift that we have as humans, and especially now in AI coming in. Like, let's cultivate our emotional intelligence. Let's cultivate our brain, our nervous system, and let's create environment where we all thrive, where we are really excited about our work, where we are excited about our colleagues, about our managers, where we are excited about the projects, where we are really fully there, happy and joyful to go to work, happy and joyful to work on our projects, just being again back in life, you know, that innocence, that joy that we used to have as kids, just be happy to open the eyes in the morning and be happy to take this beautiful, beautiful ride called life. So if this is calling you, we are delighted to bring it to your company because we do understand that there might be some resistance. We are totally trained for it, totally ready. And as Yasser was saying, we just know there is always like 1/3, yippee, 1/3 like, okay, and the 1/3 like, no way, the body language like this. So we are totally used to it. It's okay. And I love when there is like this transformation. This is what we have done today together. And through that transformation, there is just this grace and excitement and joy at the end of the session. And so you can actually book the session online. That's the most easy way. And as Yasser was saying, we always have a call where we listen to what's going on in your company and we tailor the offer, the breathwork to you, to your team. You can also book a 15 minutes call with us. We have some blocks of time today, tomorrow, and Friday, where you can block 15 minutes for you, and we see how to work together. What's going on for you? Going on in your company? What is your challenge? What do you need to work on? Like, what is the obstacle also, and how to bring it in? How to work together? And just great news, we have we have 3 spots available before the summer break. So if it's you, then wonderful. We love to work with you. If not, we see you after the summer break. But just to say that it's still possible to get this kick before the summer, to really get this team spirit in, to get this juice in. Actually, this is what I love to say. Like, you bring juiciness to your company, to your team, and this is totally priceless. And last but not least, actually, I feel we are quite complete by now. So we are here. We are going to stay for another 15 minutes to stay with you. So if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat, and we are happy to answer, also to talk to you in person on the call. So thank you. Thank you to all of you for coming. Thank you for dedicating 50 minutes to you, to your nervous system, to your health, to your well-being, to your sharpness, to your joy, to you, to what you are, the beauty that you are. So thank you, and we hope to see you soon and to work with you soon. And big thanks also to you, Yasser, for being here with me. So thank you. And with this, I'm closing the webinar today, and I'm opening the space for questions, for connection, for exchange. So thank you and goodbye.